We are 20 minutes south of downtown Buffalo. It is Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park, New York. The playoffs have arrived. It is the start of Super Wildcard Weekend, and off we go here on this Saturday. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
When we met with these coaches during the week, Mike, they told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Now, faking the give. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. 3rd down coming up. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he will work this down to the 43-yard line, and that is enough for a first down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Tight end on the move left. He'll drop to throw. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. They get 15 on that game. Good for a Raider first down.
Over the last couple years, Mike, we've seen the trend in the NFL is that 3rd down has really become a passing down, but not here. Not for this team. They keep the ball on the ground. They're able to pick up a big gain. Fresh set of downs.
off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Play 10 of this opening drive. And here's third down. That's caught left side by Bowers. And the Raiders are going to have first and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line.
Well, this is how you dream up the opening script. You get the ball first, and you want to go down and set the tone for the rest of the game. Well, it looks like the coaches did a great job when they built that script during the week. With that big-time throw, they got a shot now with first and goal to end this opening drive with a touchdown.
Here's a run. He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line. Inside the 5, it is second and goal. They'll look to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. And I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
Throwing here on third and goal. This one is pulled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes. Touchdown, Raiders. The field goal unit going to come on for the Raiders. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Raiders are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Go! 7 Pirates! 7 Pirates! Set go!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyreek Stevenson. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see. And it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum builder.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely...
Now, on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. And when we talk about momentum and trying to stop negative momentum, it's moments like this. Not only did you just give up the big score, but now, Greg, they've got to get that defense back on the field after the fumble.
Yeah, and on one sideline, you're riding high. I mean, the last 2 plays could not have gone any better. And then on the other sideline, they couldn't have gone any worse.
Now they'll set up to throw. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And it's recovered by one of his teammates.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often. And when they do...
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Here we go.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. That is caught to the goal line and in. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Las Vegas. They'll line it up to kick the extra point. It's up and through. And the Raiders move further out in front. It is now 17-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
Got it. Ready?
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Let's go now.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Got a man downfield. It's Tony. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
Okay, ready?
Here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Here comes 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Quick throw, taken in. First grab of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He picks up the 1st down with that one.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Street. Ready.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And this will be a short pickup down to the 45. Nate Hobbs in from his corner spot to make the stop. Third and long.
Set, go.
Now Rattler gonna throw. He's got a man. That's Tony. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18.
Ready.
To throw, it's Rattler. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
The ability to generate explosive plays is the greatest correlation with the ability to score points. So every defense nowadays is trying to say, cannot let them throw the ball over our head. What does that do? Gets you a little bit more depth in your drops. Makes it a little bit easier for some of these check down pickups.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, Mike, considering how this offense has played in the first couple possessions, I'm surprised that one wasn't completed. It seems like that's the first miss of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Continue to build on this momentum because so far they've come out hot in this one.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Wide open. There is Bowers. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, then on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball. It seemed there was a bit of a busted coverage in the secondary, and I think that's what led that receiver to be so wide open. And that's a ball that just needs to be put on him. It doesn't have to be a perfect throw. It doesn't have to be thrown on the money. Just make it catchable and take advantage of that opportunity.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
On third down, they'll try to get it on the ground. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Vegas.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. He's got it inside the 5. And the Raiders are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Vegas. Not going for 2. They'll kick the point after. He's got it. And the Raiders up their lead. It's now 24-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a first and 10.
Last thing, 19. Here we go, set. Set, go.
Looking to throw, Rattler. He'll try a long ball looking for Tony. And flags come out. That's batted down. It's incomplete, but it looked like early contact. Let's check the call. The defense still arguing about that pass interference call, but their focus needs to be a stop. They face first and goal.
Go.
Here's Rattler. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
And he's in. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Bills. Will Reichard now on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bills back within 10. It's now 24-14. Reichard out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. He's to midfield. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
And typically, Mike, you don't find yourself in the playoffs unless all season long you've gotten contributions from your special team. So here's a big one in the return game. I mean, this is something that has been a priority all season long, and they nearly sprung them.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They'll throw out of the gun. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Bills are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
Throwing now is Rattler. That's over the middle to his tight end, Kincaid. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick 1st down. Throwing is Rattler. He will let this go. Deep downfield for Dell. And the Raiders are going to take over here up near the 40.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Got it. Ready?
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Let's go.
They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
They motion the slot man left. He's going to air this one out, and that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Rough sequence over these last couple plays. First down sack, second down big play attempt falls incomplete. And now to make matters worse, you got to operate in third and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarterback.
Third and long.
Let's go.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie first-round pick. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick six.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it his second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick six.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll manage to get to the 33. Tyke Smith there on the stop. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Now they'll set up to throw. That's to the right side, and caught by Bowers. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And he will score. Touchdown, Raiders. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
The extra point, up and good. And the Raiders add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
And he's going to be taken down at the 37. And now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Go! Bronco 80.
Rattler now back to throw. That's over the middle and taken in by Tony. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. One team advances. One team's season ends here. Second half underway in the AFC Wildcard game. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A throw on the move is caught. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Tough to bring down, and somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of that. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
Back to throw. He's got Dell for that one. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Ready, ready.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard.
Let's go now.
The tight end Kincaid in motion. They'll try to set up the screen here. Trying to get to the edge. He will not get there. As a matter of fact, he was taken down behind the line. And that brings up 4th down.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
On the jump.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. The tight end Kincaid in motion.
Go.
They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. No easy completions. And this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. They'll stick with him again. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
He'll look to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. Up the middle they go. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
3rd and 9. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's caught left side by Bowers.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
That's taken in to the goal line and in. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Las Vegas. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. The extra point try forthcoming. The kick is good. And the Raiders will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A short one taken at the 10. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Check go.
Now Rattler gonna throw. This is caught downfield. It's Dell. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Go.
To throw, it's Rattler. To the sideline, taken in by Tony.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
No.
That's deep for the back of the end zone. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. Tank Dell was the one he was looking for. And 3rd down coming up. We'll set up the screen here with Dell. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
Okay, break. Come on, set. Hut, hut.
Looking to throw, Rattler. A throw taken in by Tony. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. 2nd and a yard.
Here we go, here we go. Ready, ready?
Here's Rattler. They'll look to set up the screen here. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone.
And he'll take it on in. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Buffalo. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Now, a 2-point conversion attempt coming.
19 Lions. Shut up. Ready?
He'll drop to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. They try for 2, and it does not pan out. Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The tight end going in motion to the left. His drive will start on the ground. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now the Raiders going to use the 1st of their timeouts. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14.
Go.
He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. 1 quarter remains here in this AFC wildcard matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now a give up the middle. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll throw out of the gun. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Slot man in motion right. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Vegas. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5.
Got it. Ready? Check smash. Check smash. Go!
Throwing now is Rattler. Got a man downfield. It's Tony. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 32 yards.
Right there, hurt. Hut.
Throwing is Rattler. That's over the middle to his tight end, Kincaid. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Rattler now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Here we go.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Okay, ready? Let's go now. Ready?
Now they'll set up to throw. That is caught at the 3. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
And he will power his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bills. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Check go.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 2-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful. So down 2 scores, they're going to roll the dice here with an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Ready. Cut my team. And Warrior 70. Go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark. You know at this point the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
A tough spot here. Third and long. Back to throw. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
This is the point in the game, Mike, where on third down, you have to get off the field, and they do a great job. They defend everything in the pass routes, nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, but they don't keep him in the pocket. They let him escape, picks up the first down with his legs. They're going to be able to run more time off the clock.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face second down and 7. Now this time they'll look to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
Bold decision there by this quarterback to attack a guy who's already made you pay for challenging him earlier today. He trusted his guy to not only win, but to defeat man coverage, and I think he got away with one there.
He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. He will not be able to get to the edge. They shut him down. Taken down behind the line. And it's 4th down. The field goal unit going to come on for the Raiders. This from 45 yards away. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Raiders will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll come up for 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
They'll drop to throw. That's caught! And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
Let's go now.
Now Rattler gonna throw. And they're gonna get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot. And I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
Here we go, set.
Now, faking the give, going up top. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Raiders. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. The PAT, up and good. And the Raiders will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Oh, a dangerous throw there is intercepted.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Down to a knee here. The defense still has a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they're going to use them. The last two runs each lost a yard. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 12. So this one, a win for the visiting Raiders, as they are moving on. They got into the playoffs as a wild card. They get the win away from home in the opening round. Now they'll regroup and get ready for the divisional round next weekend. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.